Where the money at, dog? We'll bring it back. Don't worry where the money at. Right there.
Welcome to another episode of Keep It Movin. I'm Brian Wilson, and today we're about to bring to you some very important topics on the music industry. We got some legends in the house and how to be able to make sure that your business is intact while you are navigating as an artist in the industry. We got my man here from the legendary Culture Moving Federation, Goldie Gold. What's good, brother?
FED motherfucker gang. Good gang. Ken Smoke. What's happening? 707. We in the building.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we got this man here with us today, too. Dave, man, is a tax CPA, been doing it for over 10 years. And Dave is going to chime in while we have this conversation.
I don't like him.
It's actually funny, Con. I'm actually not a CPA.
I don't like him. Love him to death. I love you to death, Dave, but I don't like you.
I love you too, bro. That's my brother right there. Yeah, the name of a CPA, I choose the title of a tax advisor or a tax strategist because when people, like I was telling prior to us getting going, when a CPA learns something at a really high level, they probably won't be able to tell it properly to the clients in front of them. Yeah. So as a tax advisor, I strategize for people. I tell them how to mitigate their taxes. I make sure they pay nothing to the federal government. And that's why we're here. That's why they call me the deduction daddy.
Okay. With all that being said, let me say something.
Go ahead.
They told me, Goldie, I can't protect you if you do certain things business-wise. You got an escrow, C-code. I can't protect you if you do an LLC because allegedly, certain taxes he exempted. You get what I'm saying? Allegedly, but he let me know this is how the government works. This is how the government moves. So if you do this, him being who he is, that tax shack, if you do something, I can't protect you. So you have to listen to your advisors.
And I like that you say that you have to listen to your advisors, that you aligned yourself with David, someone who will be able to take care of the business aspect of you. Because you as an artist, as a creative, I know because I had a record company and I dealt with artists. And a lot of them, they just want to get in there, they want to create, they don't take care of the business side of it, and they just keep moving until they run into that roadblock when it's time to take care of business. Tax season come around that time of the year, and now they are flustered. They don't know which direction to turn and how to go. How did you align yourself?
Heed advice. That's the best way I can put it.
Yes. So as an artist, when you first started, were you thinking along these lines, or is this something that you figured out along the way?
No, I was coming from Bristol Lane, eating court, fresh off the block. My daddy was a heroin addict. My mom was a drug addict. I'm at 14, 15, 16, they had something in Fairfield called private industry counsel. So I would take, allegedly, I would take my hard-earned money and go pump it back into the block. But nobody never taught me how to invest and save. Imagine this. Imagine signing a deal, Virgin Records, and you're from a hostile environment. Nobody tells you about taxes, nothing. I'm just this young motherfucker from the block. Excuse my French. I'm just this young person from the block. I'm feeding, pumping everybody. And I'm like, nobody taught me how to put this to the side, put the side for taxes. They're going to take this. They're going to want this deductible. So it was like, it was a learning experience.
Yes. And it's important that you picked up on that experience and you've been able to ride that through your ride of success. Because let's go back to when you first started. Like you said, you know, allegedly pumping it to the block and establishing yourself, building yourself up before the success of the Federation and your whole cultural movement with your music. Now you got a lot coming at you. You got the touring, you got the shows, you got the go-sees, you got managing the whole business aspect of the performances, the recording. Who's taking care of the business? So for artists that are coming into the game,
Me,
Who's just
myself,
taking
and I, and that person sitting right next to you that advises me, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But we still learn as we grow, as we go. So it's like
Mhm,
us as men and just dealing with business, just handling fiscal, handling money. We never get to, and then we get it. And it's like, okay. And then I'm like, damn, I should have did this and did that. One thing I can say is this: don't be afraid to fail, but heed advice.
mhm,
You
mhm,
have to go get fucked up to figure it out. But there
mhm.
are people in place that will, it'll be, come on, it's like a firewall.
Go as light as possible. You know you're taking a risk. You want to be able to take that risk on the next shot, but you don't want to put yourself in jeopardy of crumbling the whole empire because of that one risk. You want to be able to take a strategic, mitigated risk and be able to take that chance. And if you fail, at least you walk away with a bunch of lessons learned.
We're men. We do dumb things. We gotta figure it out. But
Right,
if you have people in place that can guide you through it and like, all right, ouch, but to take a little bit of the pain off of it.
right,
If you listen and heed advice,
right, right.
take the sting
So,
off a little bit.
right. So if you had a chance to sit down and talk to an artist that you see that's got potential, he's in the game, he's making noise, and his whole focus is on being that guy, turning out records, but he's not taking care of the business aspect of it. How would you get in his ear so that he would be able to understand the importance of business?
The advice I can give to the upcoming youth in is, all right, you have emotions, you're an artist, you're sensitive about your craft, right? If you
Mhm,
take it serious. Now, should you get to the level of you're in the music industry, now you're dealing with music business, heed advice. You're gonna, no matter what we do, nothing is fail proof. Nothing we do is fail proof, especially dealing with music. Is
mhm,
hip hop turned into, they as a genre,
mhm,
they didn't think it was a real craft and a real art form. Then once it was, they found they could capitalize because you can't say urban without saying capitalism. It
mhm.
ties hand in hand.
Right.
Anything urban, you can capitalize. So now it's monetized. It's business, monopoly. Now they got artists coming off the conveyor belt. I can tell artists, as long as you remain pure to your craft and your form, you'll be okay. Now, a lot of people get pushed to the side because they may try to go this way and think that's okay. And I, well, I can jump the gun or I'll go with this person advice.
Mhm.
Remain pure to the art form.
So Goldie, when you went to Berkeley and you were talking to the class over there,
No, that was
what's like
Berkeley, that
some
was
of the
UC Davis, UC Davis,
oh, Davis, I'm sorry. When
UC
you go
Davis.
out there and you talk to the music department at Davis, what's some of the advice that you give like those students when it comes to the music industry?
Before I get advice, the dope part was I'm seeing from the age of 18, 19 to the age of 50. And I didn't know they had a class. Shout out to Naj. Shout out to Big Naj. And we're finna be back there soon. The advice I gave them is, like I'm saying right now, remain true to the art form and the craft. Dr. Dre even said it. If you in this shit for the money, guess what? You won't survive. If
Yeah,
you
we talked
really,
about that
you're
earlier.
gonna go through the ups and downs, or you're gonna make money. Sometimes you gonna have money. Sometimes you got to beg and borrow. But remain true to the form and you will survive.
Yeah. How much has the industry changed now opposed
Woo!
to 10 years ago?
I could take you back to the compilation days, right? We got
Mhm,
Rhythm and Green. You got Herm Lewis. You got all these compilations where everybody traded shit again. Turned into the music industry said, you know what? Well, just call it mixtapes.
mhm.
And then what happened was labels were paying clearing money to certain DJs. Remember what happened to DJ Drama?
Mhm. Mhm.
So then that happened. Now with AI, they like, no, you don't even have to pay a clearance or a sample anymore. Blessed be Sign is still a sign writer that's on the ATV. I've seen from 360 deal what they get now to the labels, getting all their money. We joint venture. Everything shot to Rick Rock. From when I signed the Virgin Records to when I got a deal with Warner Brothers. It's still being a sign
Mhm.
writer on the ATV. Joint venture. We recoup. This is a fun fact. How many artists and groups do you know that have recouped with labels and still
Not
alive
many.
to say it?
Yeah, not very
Not
many.
many
Wish you
because
did.
they not many. Not many because they were doing those 360s.
2024. We did.
Mhm.
It's always come back to independent because the
Mhm.
independent game, well, I'm talking about mixtapes, put all in a culmination of things. Independent mixtapes, compilations, where it come from. Too Short, E40, 85 Girls, motherfucking St. Charles. The
Mhm.
independent game came from the Bay. We showed them how to do it
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
nobody help. That's why we will
Mhm.
always be our own world.
Mhm. Mhm. Do you see the independent game striking back up now, being that the
It's a
game of
resurgence.
streaming? Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
resurgence. Now, everybody
yeah.
is signing 360 deals. This is why I tell you, have your business work and your paperwork properly, have everything properly, right? If you're dope enough to get a deal, have
Mhm.
somebody like a Dave Powell on the team, somebody to
Mhm.
jump in front of things,
Mhm.
like, no, that's not the way to go. But if you're
Mhm.
that dope, don't sign a 360. Why would you get my merch? You get my show money, get all. Come on. You can
Right.
everything.
Yeah. To get the tour money?
Keep this. Check that. Men lie, women lie. They say numbers don't. The
Right.
numbers is lying now. They're paying the streaming percentages on the penny. Me just thinking about that, why you probably think Jay-Z back got a title?
Mhm.
'Cause
Mhm.
y'all know this shit is fucked up. I want this shit to go back analog, vinyl,
Mhm.
cassettes, and CDs, so we can
Mhm.
see our
The
tangibles.
physicals, the
The
physicals.
physicals, yeah, the
Our
tangible stuff you can
tangibles.
touch and feel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are the chances of that happening though? Because look at the direction we're going in. What are
It's
the
coming.
chances of that?
It's coming. Why
You see it coming?
look what they've been saying. There's no hip hop artist in the top 40 for these last 2 quarters of a
Mhm.
fiscal year, and
Mhm.
dealing with Billboard. So,
Mhm.
and if you see a lot of artists, they're taking their into our own hands because
Mhm.
you paying me percentage on a penny? Does that
Yeah.
work? Numbers
Mhm.
are lying. What was old girl? She was on CNN. Cause like if you watch CNN at 4 in the morning, and she was a representative for Motown, and she's like, "How y'all doing these artists?" I think her name was Monica. I forgot her last name. She's like, "How y'all doing these artists? This is unfair. It's unjust, and it's highway robbery."
Mhm. Mhm. How does the artist how does the artist sustain his ability to be profitable and successful in the industry today moving forward? How does that happen? What does that look like?
Get your ass in a booth and rap. Don't you have the the ability to create no matter what? Okay, fine and dandy. Reinvent yourself. The
Mhm.
refresh button.
Mhm. Mhm.
Treat yourself like the refresh button. Go in there and go do it again. Or that didn't work. Go do it. That didn't work. Somebody gonna like something. It's gonna hit if you believe.
Right. Also, when you think of the music, you have to think of it in the aspect of content as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your music to this day is still being played 10, 15 years from when you first created it
20
and
now.
20 now. And also, I can see your music being played 15, 20, 30 years from now because you created something that's timeless.
I
How
have to give
important is that
all
for the
praise to
artist
that.
today?
I'd all praise Rick Rock with me
Mhm,
doing these stress in the studio when we were creating the first
mhm,
album. He always said, treat it like it's the first time in your last time. Have
Mhm,
fun. Make sure it survived the test of time.
mhm, mhm.
So he did.
I
That's one thing he stressed and emphasized. So I have to thank Rick for that. Like, I didn't know. And I gotta thank Hype Culture and the turf
Mhm,
dancers, all the dancers
mhm,
out here, because it's all the elements of hip hop. If they can't dance to your shit, you suck.
mhm, mhm, mhm. We see a lot of arts today. We see more artists and more people, I would say, wanting to rap in the rap game. There's a lot of music that's out there right now that's not going to stand the test of time.
You want me honest?
Yes, I need you to
The
be.
fans have came out the stands and became the competition. Be a
Mm,
fanatic. If you don't get the same results, don't get on social media because you didn't get because it's not in your heart. You're doing it to try to be noticed.
mhm,
No, it's
mhm,
gotta be in you.
mhm.
Oh, I like a song. Oh, I got access to studio equipment. I go buy a microphone. I go on Sweetwater. I go over here to motherfucking what's shit called?
They got an app on my
Music
computer
City. I
for it.
go
I can
go
do
to
it
music.
myself.
Oh, just because you're at that doesn't mean just because you're a Yankee or you're an Oakland A's fan or you're a Niners fan, sit your ass in the stands and enjoy the show.
Right. I saw something that blew my mind. I was watching when Blueface came home. He was in a streaming session with DDG, and back in the days, you had to go into a soundproof booth. You go in the booth, the engineer was here, you look through the glass, he got the popper in front of the mic, you're recording, you're getting your quality. I'm watching these cats record in an open space, and all he had was a mic and a computer.
Now, all things considered, right? All friends say everything we record out of Rick Rock closet.
Mhm,
Disregard that. Social media has allowed people, okay, you have to big up your DJ. You always have to do that. And then who's ever promoting you. But now, these streamers, they became the artists. You see, I'm not saying no names, but a certain streamers, oh, now I want to rap. And you
mhm,
suck. It's not in
mhm,
your heart. But you have a
mhm,
platform, you got these followers. So I'll be like, all right, that's cool and all.
mhm,
Now, conveyor belt rappers,
mhm.
they cookie cutters, they bring them off the conveyor belt. They'll have a new motherfucker in 24 hours.
I like you
There's
said,
no
conveyor
soul to
belt,
it.
cookie cutter. Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
soul to it
that's
anymore.
true. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
withstand the test of time. If you want to
Mhm,
sound like somebody because it sounds good, cool. Or do you want to be original?
mhm,
That's what
mhm.
it boils
If
down to. Bars.
if you yeah, exactly, exactly. It's important to put that quality out there, something that is gonna be timeless, and the ones who are gonna win, such as yourself, understand that concept. If you had to start today as an artist, what are some of the steps you would take?
Um, right now with the climate of hip hop and how it
Mhm,
is, I would go find a real producer, somebody that takes production seriously, align
mhm,
with them, go find a graphic designer, somebody to run your social media, somebody that's because that's a problem I have. I gotta meet, I'm hands-on.
mhm,
Don't go get a manager, go get a publicist. Because
mhm,
they're gonna walk through the door anyways. You mean to tell me I gotta pay you because I answer the phone and I'm proactive and you're reactive. So I would say do it yourself. Just really do it. Like if it was me to do it again, I wouldn't do anything overall. I wouldn't change the landscape of anything we've done. But to the up
mhm.
and coming artists, it's so easy. Remember when videos used to cost what's the name? Shot by Lil X
Yeah,
and
30,000,
it was
15,000,
500K
10,000 on a
for
roll.
video.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah.
can do this shit. Let me see this shit to
Yeah,
do
you
no
don't need
good.
Hype Williams
You
for
don't
it.
no, you don't need it. Yeah, yeah. But see, the
But Goldie, I have a question on what you were saying on the reinvention. You had a large part of your you know foundation was through the radio, from you being on the radio, from radio play, all these types of ideas. Do you think the radio is still as important today in
Radio's always
2025?
gonna be
Yeah.
important. Wavelength
Radio is always gonna be
and
important.
Clear
Yeah.
Channel. I mean, fresh out of high school, right? I went to work for KBNB 103.5. The bomb. Shout out to Big Kid Booth. Love him forever.
Right. I
That's
remember the
how we
bomb.
was
Yeah.
allowed to get our
Yeah.
first doing just us, me being a radio station rapper, going to the remotes to the high school, fresh out of high
Mhm.
school. Radio is always gonna be radio. Frequency.
Mhm. Mhm.
You
Mhm.
you you're never gonna get rid of radio. I mean, you have
Mhm.
streaming sites, but say for like Spotify and all these distribution companies, no names needed, y'all giving these deals out, even big record labels, y'all looking at, oh, 1,000,000 views on YouTube. Oh, 2,000,000 spins over on SoundCloud, Spotify, all that shit. The math ain't mathing because when the record drops,
Mhm.
they only sold 3, 4,000 copies.
Mm. Mm.
Book
Mm.
a show.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looked good. But in real time, you're not edged in stone. That's why I can segue back to Rick telling us survive the test of time. This hasn't it's your first time and your last time.
How is an artist making sense of it today? Do you need the major labels anymore?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It depends on what works for you. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to go get a deal. If you're that dope, if you're good enough, but just make sure you have somebody like Dave Powell on your side that know
Mhm.
people that know people. We know somebody, know a
Mhm.
guy that know a guy. She's like,
Mhm.
I got a guy.
I got a guy that got a guy that know a guy that know a guy. So you
Right.
gotta have somebody in position for you to not get dicked and fucked over.
Mhm.
But if
Mhm.
independent works for you, shout out to the Russell. He didn't allow himself to get dicked over.
Mhm.
Shit. But if that's your calling, I can't to each their own. That's the best way to put it,
Right.
to each their own.
Right. 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 So you guys are touring right now, still, doing shows in different cities. Is it all nationwide? Or are you doing any international performing? If you guys touch like Japan or anything of that nature, Germany,
It's
Amsterdam?
coming. It's coming. What's
Okay.
crazy is rest in peace to Google from Gangstar. And shout
Yeah.
out to Rob Bass. I wanna rock right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
When I was signed to Virgin, I was signed there with Gangstar, with Google. He
Mhm.
like, Goldie, look, I go over here and I do 3, maybe 4 songs in Europe, maybe Japan, come back to America. And he like, I'm cleaning up. There's a lot of artists that
Mhm.
do that. So it's it's like football. You have American football, then you have soccer. Football is like football in America, like the NFL. Stay with
Mhm.
me now.
Mhm.
Hip hop to the world is like FIFA. People, it's the biggest thing
Mhm.
globally. But in
Yeah.
America, it's
I
like,
agree with you. I
all
agree.
right. But if
Yeah.
you go out, as soon as you leave America, you
Mhm.
realize how big hip hop really is.
Mhm. Mhm. When you guys first started, I know that business is business. There's peaks and valleys with every business. You up, you down, you question yourself, you're doubting if this is the right thing that you're doing. When you've got three personalities, you got three members in the group, you've got three different perspectives, three different uh, 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 guys that are working towards one common goal. Did you guys ever think about saying, you know what, this ain't working? We're gonna hang this up, and if not, why not?
No, because we love music. I don't, hey, plan B is for the bitches. All I have is a plan A. Stay with me now. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
cat next question.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like
I
that.
think that from my outside perspective, from
Yeah,
being around them for so long, they had such great guidance and leadership
yeah.
in Rick that they're really from the beginning, there was no alternative. I think they always knew where direction they were going. It was just how tall is this mountain that we are climbing to get to the
Mm,
top of?
mm, mm.
I really,
Yeah.
it was, they really had
Well
a,
spoken.
they had a
Yeah.
target in sight. They knew where they were going.
Yeah.
Rick really was a great leader and a guider to them for that.
I always ask people that question because what answer that I am trying to get at, what I'm looking for is either you're doing it for some other reason other than the passion and it being in you and not on you. It goes back to what you were saying, Goldie. The music has to be in you.
It's got to
When it's in
resonate
you,
within your soul.
that's right. When it's not like that, then the answer that you would have gave me would have been like, yeah, we thought about quitting or giving up here, but there's no chance of that when it's in you and it's resonate.
Ain't no
With a,
no elemental P's, no XYZs. Plan B
right.
is for the bitches. It's only plan A. Y'all don't hear me yet.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. So you guys been doing this thing, collaborating for over 20 years. You and Goldie, and you stepped in. How did that come about? How did you stepped into this business? Was it by default or
I had a production company called Dive Beats Productions.
okay?
And I
Okay.
was doing a lot of video production, and I was doing a lot of marketing, and I was going to a lot of like the Magic convention for clothing.
Okay.
I was doing a lot of bar and nightclub convention,
Mhm.
adult convention, and it didn't matter.
AVN.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Do they
it
still do that shit?
yeah,
They still do the AVN?
so it turned into me
Man,
doing music videos.
all
Okay.
type of
And
antibiotics.
so it turned into me doing music videos.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, one day I ended up in San Diego,
Mm,
and the Federation was getting some pushback from Warner about their song Sunny Shades at the time,
okay.
Sunglasses, with some releases. There
Wait a
was a
minute,
whole
wait a
other
minute, wait a
conversation
minute,
about
hold on. Pushback for the Stunner Shade? What? Stunner
We'll
Shade's pushback? Man, that's a classic.
so Corey Hart wouldn't sign the release for the original.
you punk
Uh,
piece of a bitch.
Corey Hart wouldn't let the "I Wear My Stunning Glasses at Night"
Uh-huh.
release,
Oh, because of the rhythm, the
even though Rick redid the beat.
oh,
They
okay,
redid
okay.
everything. They
We did
Okay.
restructured the
everything.
whole
We
thing.
tried to do as
He
parodies.
fought.
We
There's a
tried to
whole
be
other podcast
video.
we could do about this
Right.
this one topic, but they were getting their album pushed back and delayed. They were getting all these, hardships, but it happened to be the best friggin' song of the era, of the
Mhm.
They cut him
year,
a
of
blank
the
check. Okay.
Yeah.
The Sunglasses at Night video that's on YouTube, we couldn't watermark it. We couldn't like actually barcode it. But Dave shot the video. We was on a college tour.
Oh,
Dave
you
did the
shot that video?
video.
yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Dave
so I
shot
ended up
all that.
shooting that
From
video and
Santa
making them
Barbara
have
for
the
Yeah.
Long Beach
visual
to
appeal for it.
Diego. Dave shot the
Mhm.
video.
Yeah, that was real creative, man. You did your thing on that.
Yeah,
That
so
was real
that
creative.
was my
Yeah.
video. I did that. It kind of developed into a couple other things that I did, and
Mhm.
I moved away from that end of the business a
Mhm.
little bit later because, you know, the world was beating me to the game.
Mhm.
Things were happening for free, things were happening cheaper,
Right.
and I transitioned into doing more business aspect minded things, which is what I was born and bred to do from the
Then
beginning,
you
which
went
is
to
what I was how
Colorado
I grew up.
and you
So
tried to help with the dispensaries and they fucked you over. See, I know. Me and Dave. But
he does.
this is
Mm.
I
haunted.
had I helped
Mm.
license the
Double back.
16th official dispensary in Denver.
Okay.
Did a bunch of paperwork, got them going. They sold the business. I was fired within 2 weeks for being the right manager.
Wow.
So,
So you always knew the business of the tax game of how to be able to
business has been in
structure
my
this
blood since day
business.
one.
Always, always.
Yeah, so my one creative moment in time was when I did this, and
Mhm.
it really has doubling back to help me in my
Listen,
business
listen,
today,
listen.
because when they need me to do videos or they need me to shoot something, or I know how to talk to the creator. I have the
Mhm.
equipment. I know what to do. Like
Mhm.
my my fundamentals in that is very strong,
Piece of
but it was not
T-Mac.
something I did.
Rest in peace, T-Mac,
Yeah.
Crenshaw 43rd. Dave done been on Crenshaw 43rd with me in the Harlems all through the other side of the 10. Dave was right there with me.
Mm.
You know, punk bitch.
Okay.
You know, punk bitch.
Yeah, no, we did a lot of we've done a lot of traveling together.
Nice, 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 nice. So as of to this day, do you take on other artists to uh get their business affairs in order? Or are you just this is just a connection you have
I have
to
no problem helping
just
anyone in the
helping anybody
in the
else?
music industry or in any industry. The Tax Shack is open and knowledgeable to helping any person with anything like this.
Holla
But
at Tech Shack.
my
Keep the intro
my
small. Oh, come on. Check the
Yeah.
podcast, baby.
yeah, it's definitely something that
Yeah.
I have done. Actually, currently we have a couple of ancillary uh people that work to the music industry. I have a guy who tour manages with Blink 182, works for Live Nation. I got another guy who tour manages and does stuff with Dropkick Murphys. A
Mhm.
couple of my clients are stylists for
I said
extremely
Tech Shack, man.
recognizable
Hey,
people.
you got a problem?
So
Something wrong with you? Holla at Tech Shack. Don't worry where the cash
No,
at.
mhm.
Tech Shack.
What do you what are you seeing a lot of when the client that's in the industry comes to you? What are you seeing a lot of where they're going wrong?
over deducting and not understanding when they cross business and personal. When they commingle their
Mm,
funds.
Mhm.
I mean, these are all,
I've
topics
learned
that
that
are
one
very
too.
common, but the biggest one that I could tell you with any startup business, self-employed person, musician, creative person,
Mhm.
they're gonna tell me they wanna write off their home, they wanna write off every meal, they wanna write off this, and I always tell them, I got this guy sitting right next to me. It's my friend. His name is Norm.
Mhm.
Norm tells me that that's just not possible
Mhm.
because it's not normal, ordinary, and reasonable.
Mhm.
How did you have top ramen and how did you live if you didn't make any money?
Mm. Yeah.
So there's some reasonability that I need to bring back to them and let them understand, like, hey, on the opposite end of this, maybe it looks better if you actually made a little bit of money because maybe you want to get a car for yourself next year.
Mhm.
Maybe you're trying to buy a house.
Mm.
By the way, the most important thing that we haven't talked about yet is how much money did you actually keep?
Mm.
Because it's not about what you make.
Mhm.
You can make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
How much did you keep?
Yeah.
say that be
Yeah.
the hardest part.
It's it, you say that's the hardest part, Goldie?
In this financial climate, that's kind of hard to do right now. If you can pull it off,
Mhm.
kudos. But Dave,
Mhm.
if it's economically feasible and it's reasonable, but in this climate, that
Mhm.
the state, the shape that the state is in,
Mhm.
man, it's not gonna go. But you got to pay for your life. There's no way around that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely true. There's no way around that. Definitely, definitely true. So, I've heard that the tax code is designed for entrepreneurs, business owners, not the working class. Is this true?
So
Be
in
honest, motherfucker.
I'm gonna restructure the question and give you two breaking points.
Mhm.
Okay. I feel that when a person is W-2'd and an employee,
Mhm.
that there's a real stuck point when they make about $65,000.
Okay.
Problem is they're hitting a tax bracket change and they're probably not saving enough at that moment in time. And when they get a tax bill where they owe between $1 and $3,000 to the Fed, it's probably more than they could have afforded at that moment, and it probably stings a little bit.
Mm.
Okay. Um, there's another point like that where it happens again at about 200, 250,000, or I should say 150 to 250,
Mm.
depending on the person's structure. If they're married, if they have kids, if they own
Right.
homes, things like that. And what happens when you are at those 2 points of stuck,
Mhm.
there's really not a lot of tax planning or tax savings that I can advise somebody on
Mhm.
beyond what I call level one, which is like, okay, let's get a retirement account. Let's show you how to save some money. Let's try to defer some capital gains.
Mhm.
There's a couple of little things you can do, but
Mhm.
once you're beyond that point, even if you're like my daughter's a doctor,
Mhm.
okay? When you're a doctor and you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on W-2, there are things that you can do when you beat that threshold.
Right.
There's a lot of activity and ways that you can strategize, but
Mhm.
those are my two stuck points. If you make about 60 or if you make 150 to 250, you're probably going to end up owing a little tax if you have a W-2. So high income earners are of W-2 are some of our best clients because we have a tax strategy and a tax advising program that we can help structure with them to help mitigate that and turn that around and get them a huge refund.
Beautiful, beautiful. Going back to artists.
No, hold on. I got a question for Dave. See, I'm
Hmm.
for the ring around the collar, the blue collar. How? What do they need to do tax wise, advisory wise? The people I'm talking
So if
about
a person
getting out the boots, getting out the mud.
so one of the things that I would tell anybody starting off ground level, level one, is to open up a Roth IRA. It's like the first thing that anyone should do. At this point, you could put $7,000 in a year. It's like $500 a month.
Right.
So even if that sounds like a tremendous amount to you today, at 59 and a half, you're going to get this money tax free. It's
Mhm.
growing and growing and going free. It's already money that you paid tax on through your W-2.
Yeah.
And
What kind of yield is it getting on that?
that's up to a financial advisor. That's
Okay.
between you and them.
Yeah.
But this product is something where you can get the money to multiply and get it back later. It's the first version of any type of retirement savings account. If you're self-employed, they have the same thing. The age is a little different. At 72 and a half, you can get from a traditional IRA,
Mm.
and that money, the same 7,000 that you put in the traditional IRA, actually directly reduces a person's income.
Mm.
When you have a tax strategy that involves these two, is when you have a higher income earner and they are disqualified for a Roth IRA, they can do what's called a backdoor Roth. So they can put the money into a traditional, they can then convert it to the Roth, and they can get some tax advantages that way. It's very small, but it helps in the long run when you're older,
Mhm.
because when you're 59 and a half and you got all this money that's going to come to you for free now because you paid tax on it,
Right.
now you got to
I
buckle
don't
up.
start breaking down.
Right.
Got to get a hip replacement. Come to death row.
But I mean, look, this is like, this is level one,
Yeah.
is retirement plan
Right.
of the integration between taxes and savings.
Yes. Yes. So, when you work in corporate or you working for a company, back to what Goldie said, blue collar,
hmm
first thing they stick under your nose is 401k.
hmm Maximize it. It's free
Maximize the
money.
401k.
Maximize it, because the thing that people forget is what they don't realize. Even if it's 1%, if you put $100 in for yourself, does the boss ever give you any money for free? Did they ever give you a free lunch? Is there ever a free coffee?
No.
Is there anything? So guess what? They're going to give you 1%.
Hmm.
I know it sounds like trash, but guess what? $1 for every 100 that you put away for yourself is an extra dollar the company's forced to give you.
Okay. Okay. So would you say it's smart to have the Roth
That was dope.
in the 401k?
If you're at a company, get the 401k and have it take care of all your money. It's the best way to reduce your 401ks are a great tool to reduce what you owe to the government, because what happens is, and I'll use simple math here, okay? Let's say someone makes 50 grand a year.
Mhm.
Let's say they put 10 grand uh into the 401k.
Mhm.
At the end of the year, when I go to do the taxes, it looks like they only made $40,000.
Mm.
That 10 grand comes right off the top from their earned income that they're going to show to the government. So now the withholdings are going to be improved. Everything's going to make them get a refund and not owe taxes.
Bet that
The
bag.
retirement plan is the
Got to bet that
gift.
bag.
Yeah. So as an artist getting into the game, coming in, and he's making money. He's got his merch money that he's making. He's making money off the tour. He's making money off of
Allegedly.
what
Allegedly.
allegedly. Okay, allegedly. He's making this money, right? What is a vehicle that he would you advise him to use for his money to work for him?
So these are all financial advisory questions,
Sure.
which are great, but they link with taxes. And the best thing, a person that's self-employed with multiple revenue streams coming in,
Mhm.
once they come into them, they can either get a traditional IRA or a SEP. SEP would allow them to get even more money to put into it. So
What's the step? Break that
SEP
down.
is a SEP is a self-employed retirement account. It's a just like an IRA, traditional IRA.
Mhm.
It's like the next level or two. So above a traditional IRA where you have a cap at like 7,000,
Right.
you have a simple, and then you have a SEP. A simple is capped a little bit higher. It's like 14 or 18 grand. And then the SEP is a ratio. It's
Mhm.
25% of what you earn
Mhm.
up to I think last year it was 305,000 total of wages. So it's like $63,000 you can put away there.
Mhm.
You can stuff it full of a bunch of money.
Okay.
And then if you're like a millionaire, like I have a dear friend of mine, he, is an attorney. He's like, he deserves billboards on the side of the road that say, I got the guy $20 million.
Mm.
He's just a little too modest for that stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but I have to do planning with him, and that stuff requires a lot of different planning. So
Yeah.
with that type of stuff, there's a lot of different retirement plans that you can put in that even allow you more money.
Yeah. I like what you
They're like defined benefit plans and a bunch of other stuff.
Nice,
So.
nice. I like what you did with that ebook. I read it. It's really simplified. It's in layman terms, and it's something that would spark the minds of many who may not even know that these are some of the avenues you could take in order to be able to save money, to put you in a position where you start learning more about how taxes work. And I want you to talk a little bit about what inspired that to where you made it so simple. It's just really no industry jargon in there. It's all in layman terms. It's sweet, it's beautiful, it's short, and it's to the point.
So thank you for bringing that up, Vaughn. My ebook was really a true passion project. I've been working on it for a couple months over the
Yeah.
summertime. And it really came from who I am and who my history is. My mom was a forensic accountant. My dad was a mortgage broker when I was a kid. So I learned to read and write on loan documents. When I got in trouble, I had to do bookkeeping. It's like the joke of the business for me, my
In
family
layman's
business.
terms, that's called a cheat code, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, I learned everything verbally at a
Yeah.
very young age. I didn't learn it, like I was saying earlier,
Mhm.
as a CPA in school or getting an enrolled agent's license, because when you go to college and you're learning from a professor and you're already 22 years old, they're talking at a much higher level than the way
Right.
I was taught. So
Yeah.
I can communicate it to somebody where they can digest it at a very easy level.
Mhm.
Later in my life and through the history of my family, my dad was an Eagle Scout. I'm an Eagle Scout.
Mhm.
My son's an Eagle Scout.
Mhm.
So being involved in the Boy Scouts, one of the first things you ever learn is your 10 essentials. Before you go hiking, before you do anything, you got to
Mhm.
know what you're taking with you to be safe, prepared to come back. So the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. And I kind of took that and I took my 10 essentials that I had and I bundled it all together into this great book that I could present to my friends and family and people of the world that I could share a gift with and explain to them.
Mhm.
These are the 10 tools and things that you need to take with you to go start a business and be successful.
Yeah, that was smart, man.
Dang, shout out to her ebook. That
Yeah.
ain't on. We got to educate
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So
www.mytaxshack.com/ebook.
sure,
that
yeah,
part.
and then also make sure you drop the link in there because I want people to be exposed to that book because, like you said, the essentials. These are the essentials of what you need. I think that a lot of people run from tax conversations, anything that's pertaining to tax because they just don't know. Lack of information
Don't listen
is
to
fear. A
Wesley.
lot of times brings about fear.
Fear of the unknown is one of the biggest
Do
things that
not
a
listen to
Yeah.
Wesley
firm
Snipes.
overcomes
Don't
for
you
people.
do it.
He said, don't listen to Wesley, huh?
Yeah,
Don't you
there's
do
a
it.
whole list of there's Wesley Snipes, Tekashi 69.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch
Yeah.
of
Don't
Ron
you
Isley
do
got
it.
trouble for it too.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
There's a lot of even and then there's the other side of it. I've heard some podcasts with Fat Joe talking about how the accountant stole money from him.
Hmm.
And that's what made them or Steve Harvey, where these guys get these problems and then they owe a bunch of money. They have to come out from underneath it because they didn't
Hmm.
know any better. Because even though they trusted in somebody, they were uneducated, and then something criminal happened to them.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good. So, Goldie, what's going on with the team right now, man? What are you guys working on? What you guys got going right now,
Oh,
man?
we fresh off
What's
a
the day to day look
Federation
like for the
show.
Federation?
We fresh off a Federation show. We'll just hold the line, withstand the test of
Hmm.
time,
Hmm.
take care of your
Hmm.
business, handle your shit. I'm gonna fucking
Hmm.
deep broke. Pay your
Hmm.
taxes.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Pay
Yes.
your
Yes.
own taxes. Pay your
Hmm.
motherfucking taxes. I can
Hmm.
test. Ain't gonna freak it out.
That's right.
Pay your
That's right.
taxes.
That's right.
Like, just because
Yes.
PPP loan, did you see the IRS has been armed with guns?
Mm.
Quit playing.
Mhm.
You're not gonna play with Uncle
Mm.
Sam. That's what you're not gonna do. Rick always told me that.
Mm.
You mean do not play
Mhm.
with Uncle Sam. That's what you don't do.
Mm.
I don't care about no
Mm.
tariff, no
Yeah.
nothing. Pay your tax. And
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that, go have
Yeah.
fun.
That you'll have fun. Well, when your business is taken care of, you can do that. You can go have fun, aligning yourself with the right people.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, in the climate of America right now, especially in California, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul just to get by.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you have to get creative, like mental. You have to really, we got to figure this shit out.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's across America, across the board. As they say that the 1% are is not designed for you to win, but this is still America.
Mhm. Mhm.
You got to
Mhm.
figure out your niche. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. That's so true. When you speak about niche, because there's so many different avenues and different lanes that you can go down today to build an income stream, to do business.
If this don't
But
work,
if
that's
you
gonna work. Look at Chauncey from
right.
the Funky Chicken. Shout out to Chauncey.
Mhm.
How many times they've kicked him down from having a
Mhm.
storefront, to having to wiggle like this, then they're being at the Solana Mall, they're being in back of building, then back at Solana Mall, and it's back. You can't give up. Shout out to Chauncey from the Funky Chicken, man. He's a
Yeah.
prime
Yeah.
example of never give up.
Yeah. 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 You know, we're all gonna have those times when it seems like nothing is working. life is beating us down. But like you said, you never give up. You got to keep going.
Listen,
Got to keep
it
going.
doesn't that statement is true. It's not even just about being an artist. I hear it
Mhm.
every day with my clients that are in businesses.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're a caterer, if they're an attorney, if they're a realtor. Every business has tons of ups and downs,
Hmm.
and part of my ebook is literally explaining to people, get a raincoat and be able to weather the storm
Be able to
because
weather the storm.
you g
Yeah.
this is
Guess
there
what? You ain't got a
as
raincoat or umbrella. You're gonna get wet. Guess what?
Yeah.
You ain't got time to
Yeah.
dry off. You better weather the
Yeah.
storm. Stay with me now.
Yeah.
yeah, one of the scoutmasters when I was at when we were in the troop together used to always tell the kids on their first camp out whenever it rained, "I promise you, you will get wet. I promise you, you won't drown."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. You're gonna get wet,
If you
but you
don't know how
won't
to
drown.
swim,
That's
that's
pretty
your
deep.
goddamn fault.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. When it
Uh,
rains, you will get wet. Your clothes are
yeah.
gonna get wet. I promise you also won't get hurt.
Right. 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 That's so true. That's so true. So true. Yeah. So, Goldie, any anywhere that the public can go and find some merch, find some vintage Federation gear.
Goldie Gold, Federation on Instagram, Ivy Culture brand ambassador. Shout out to Shoe Palace that backs me. Shout out to Vito Godfather Winery. Shout out to Skunk Brothers Dispensary. Shout out to Pyrex Supply. Come on. Should I keep going? WeTheWest.com. Um, Shout out to my
Yeah.
mama's son. Shout out to me. Catch me in real
Yeah.
time.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 So, anything going on as far as were you guys performing anywhere in like the Bay Area, the LA area, something that people can come see you guys perform some of them classic tunes and
Who
them
got
classic
some
hits,
money?
man?
We'll be there.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I
Who got
like
some
that.
money? We on
Yeah,
our
man.
way.
Yeah. 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 I like that. I like that. I like that. Dave, man, this is incredible, man. I'm glad we got a chance to put this on, man. I know you got a lot going on. I wish you could have been here, man. Sitting
Man,
down with us.
I had a show
If he
last.
wasn't jumping off the he was jumping off a
Yeah.
stage last night into the crowd. That's
Oh,
why he
wow.
wasn't here.
Oh, okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love
Job
it. I
well
love
done.
it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, it's a pleasure, man. It's always good reminiscing with kinfolk, man. Bay Area cats, man. Me and you, man. We go all the way back to the soil with it,
For
man.
real,
We
you feel
understand
me
what it was
though?
like. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was asking me, he goes, "So, what was it, the question about E40 you said to me?" You were asking me if I knew a couple people, if I ever interacted with them, how it works, and I told him, "Yeah, I met E40 a couple times."
Right. Right.
He told me it's 10 grand to hold a Pepsi can. I'll do anything you need, bro.
Now
Hey,
hear me
that's the
now.
Bay Area hustle.
Where the money at, we'll be there.
That's right. That's right. That's
Holla at
right.
Tax
That's
Shack.
right. Tax Shack it is, man. Yeah, Dave, we gonna make sure that when people see this episode, man, we're gonna put it on all my platforms, we're gonna put it on social, we're gonna get everything, man. Drum up some business for you,
Let's
man,
do it.
and get
Bring
people
the
to
place
come
down
to
again.
you.
This is
And
only the beginnings. I say, check this out. It's only the beginning. We can run this one back because there's probably some shit we probably want to go over, and you can only do so much in a certain amount of allotted time. So
of
yeah,
course, with especially with the wealth of knowledge that you got. I mean, we didn't even touch on the intricacies of these deals that are structured on how to be able to avoid some of those pitfalls. But like you say, we're gonna run it back. I know we're gonna run it back because you got a wealth of knowledge.
look
I
what
know you got a
and
wealth of knowledge to
look
share.
who you sitting beside.
My man.
We're
Well, we're
two
gonna have to
decades
keep it
deep.
moving again. Don't worry.
I love it. I love it. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. And hey, Goldie, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep it pushing, soldier. And we're gonna talk real soon. Dave, thank you for coming through, man, and making this happen for us, brother.
Hey, just remember, if it's not keeping it moving, get on our podcast, Deduction Daddy. I got a guy. Me and Goldie got something
Holla
cooking.
at
We got a
Tax
bunch of
Shack.
new stuff coming up next
Yes,
season.
indeed. Yes,
We
indeed.
got some really great interviews that we did, and
Yeah.
they're really there to put some real life perspective out there for people to hear and listen.
Right,
So,
right, right. What's the link for your podcast? Because I want people to
Spotify
see.
and Apple, it's Deduction Daddy. I got a guy. And
Okay.
it's literally me and Goldie
I
having
got a guy,
conversations like this.
I know a guy. We know some people.
Yep. So we've done it with we've had owners of the winery. We've done it with Rick. We've done it with Marcel Reese, who's a
Coming
4-time Pro
soon.
Bowler. They're
Shout
all
out to
coming
Vegan
soon. We got
Mob.
some good stuff coming out there.
And this is
Vegan
probably
Mob.
This part of the merch too, huh? The Deduction Daddy and Deduction Mommy.
Yeah, go to the
like
merch
that.
shop, www.mytaxshack.shop.
Yeah.
I don't know any accounting firms that got merch like us, but we do. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, man. Let's get out of here, man.
all right, Vaughn, thank
Let's
you for
make a day,
everything.
man.
I
Indeed,
appreciate
brother.
y'all.
Thank you.
Where the money at, dog? We'll bring it back. Don't worry where the money at. Right there. Tap in with Tax Shack. Where your money at? Tap in. Holla at